Hello everyone, welcome to Synfox channel. This is Aubrey and today I will talk about how to generate and upload your firmwares for the DIGENERATOR module. Recently I uploaded an overview video of my new module called the DIGENERATOR, and it's a digital plus analog module, so it has a digital microcontroller inside of it, an Arduino Nano compatible board, and a USB port right there, which you connect to your computer and upload new firmwares to the module then. And then the module does completely different things. So I apologize in advance for some Russian writings on this computer. That's because I'm doing it from a crappy computer that's not connected to my production environment, and it has Windows Home with a region lock on it. And I'm doing it so that I could demonstrate how things go on a usual computer of a usual user. And it's running Windows 10 right now. And basically, you start with checking the manual. Here at my synfoxmodular.com site, module/urx/degenerator, you can get there by navigating the website or by entering the link. You press on this user manual, and it takes you to the user manual, and you check the index. I recommend reading through the manual even before buying the module, but right now we're interested in loading, customizing, and writing firmwares. So let's see, here are the steps, safety steps. Please follow them carefully and don't do otherwise. So if your Eurorex system is powered on, turn it off. Right now my Eurorex system isn't even connected to the outlet because it doesn't have to be powered on for the DIGENERATOR to be successfully programmed. It doesn't care. But if your Eurorex system is powered on, turn it off, and only then connect your USB cable to your PC, then to the DIGENERATOR. Already did that too. And open your integrated development environment of choice. So IDE. I think most people who are watching this video are not developers. So briefly, IDE is basically a program for writing code and making new programs, sort of like a coding tool. And there is this asterisk here that goes here, and you can read that we being I, suggest getting the official Arduino IDE because, well, basically it's an Arduino out there. So let's use the official thing. Go through the link. You get a bunch of download options. I'm running Windows 10, so I choose this one. I got this in my downloads folder. Trust me, on this one it says downloads. I got this Windows installer. I launched it. It also prompts you to install some drivers after it's done, and I decided to just install whatever it says has to be installed. You can do things your ways, but I think it's fine. And then basically you have it. Let's open it. Let's say Arduino, and you get this pretty little window with some code structure. You don't care about this, just delete it, doesn't matter. And now we return to the manual. So upload firmware to the board. Reading further, says you aren't required to write your own code, but you will find the DIGENERATOR firmware hub. There's also a link to it here, DIGENERATOR firmware hub, and even here, DIGENERATOR firmware hub. So it's hard to miss this link. And as I mentioned in the main overview video, there are 5 main firmwares right now that have customizer pages. So you can click on it and you reach the Firmware Customizer for example, Grid TCO, the default firmware. And you get some explanations on what exactly the firmware does, then some explanations on what each parameter does, and then changes or selects. But if you want the default version, the one showcased in the video, You just ignore all of this, just hit generate. So generate, we get this bunch of code, we say copy code, and we go to our Arduino project, let's full screen it, and we say paste, and go away. And we have this nice bunch of code right here. This is just some metadata on what's going on, and then there is this code that runs the grid VCO. So now you have to upload it, as the manual says, upload firmware. And to do that, we have to press this little button, but first we have to check the settings. Settings are very crucial here in the tools menu. So board, please select Arduino Nano. It will be Uno by default, will not work. Processor, select this one, ATmega 3 to 8P old bootloader. Then port will most likely get detected automatically, it's your USB port. And then programmer, select Arduino as ISP. With that you're done with these settings, but you still, as the manual says, may encounter here in the troubleshooting section the missing serial communication message. In that case, you have to basically download the driver, because the Arduino Nano compatible board in the DIGENERATOR uses this one chip to communicate with the computer, and not all computers probably have the driver. So you go to the SparkFun page, there's a bunch of downloads here. Again, choose the one that fits you. I chose the exe, of course, because I'm running Windows. So it's there, and I already installed it. It says permission to change stuff on the hard disk drive. So I installed it. This weird pop-up pops up. You just hit install. It says installation successful, and that's about it. Then you reload your Arduino, and then you can hit this little button, upload. If you didn't save the project yet, the thingy, it will prompt you to save it. So I say save. Trust me, it was about saving. And then it says compiling. And then after a little while, it will say uploading. So now it uploads it to the DIGENERATOR. Now it's done uploading. So now the DIGENERATOR is running the Grid VCO firmware. If you wish to try it out now, you can turn on your system, or even before that you could have turned on your system when you plugged in the USB cable. Just make sure not to connect or disconnect the USB cable on either end when the system is powered on. And if you wish to overwrite it, just paste new code here, hit this arrow again, and you will overwrite the old firmware with the new firmware. So let's check some other customizer here. Go back. You could change some things here and hit generate again to check what does what, but I'll go back to the firmware hub, and then I will take the 20 KB sampler, and it doesn't have as many options, but the main option here is that the sample kit that we're uploading. So I say generate, copy code, select all, delete, and paste. Now we have different code here, and we can hit upload. It will compile and upload. This one will take considerably longer than the Grid VCO to upload, because it has 18 kilobytes of sample data here programmed to the EEPROM. But after a while it will be done, and in seconds your DIGENERATOR is converted from a wavetable VCO to a crunchy 8-bit player, sample player. I hope I explained it clearly enough how to upload and customize firmwares for the DIGENERATOR. I hope you have fun exploring different options here, and of course I encourage you to make your own firmwares, on which I will make a different video. There is a firmware template here that you can download and try making your own DIGENERATOR firmware, for example. Or you could go ahead and have fun with the existing code, maybe delete something and see if it works. I don't know. Have fun! I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been Aubrey of SynthFox, and see you sometime.